I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's a truck, apparently, or something going on outside with a speaker blasting. I don't know what they're saying. Hopefully it's family friendly for the content. But anyway, we are back with another episode of Mushoku Tensei. We have episode 10 of season 2 here up and ready to go. Last episode, it was a complete banger. Having that white mask girl come back, sorry, I already have forgotten her name, but I'll figure it out. It was like Nanahoshi or something, I think. Having her show up and be like kind of a very traumatic moment for Rudy, but also her not actually, like, her being from Rudy's world, and the fact that, like, the whole teleportation incident was related to her. Sorry, there was just, like, looking back on it, there was so much fucking shit that happened last episode. Like, that was a lot to drop on us. And it's crazy that they were able to fit it all pretty well. Like, it was a lot of exposition, like talking. There wasn't action, or not a lot of action. There was, Sylph threw a couple punches there, but it was so intense in, like, the other ways. It was just great. I'm hoping they kind of keep that going with this episode. I don't know what we're going to be doing. Obviously, we now, have her information, and maybe Rudy and Sylph are going to be working off of that a little bit. We might have more Rudy and Sylph relationship stuff, because like I said last episode, the way that Sylph reacted might have led Rudy to some suspicion about her. I don't need to talk for too long, though, so I think I'm just going to hop right into the episode and see what happens. So, let's go. Oh, hello. I'm definitely not thinking anything weird about you right now. Abstinence? Rudy? Do you know this man? It's getting to her, like the fact that she's hiding it. Oh. Silent. Okay. Well, that's pretty easy to call her by. Just remember to call her Silent, so I don't have to remember Nanahoshi or whatever it was. Thank you. But, no, okay, so it seems like Sylph is kind of... It's getting more to her that she can have that kind of bond with Rudy. Okay, special bond, sure. Like, even closer? I mean, I guess in Buena, like, that's kind of not really a fair comparison, because that was so long ago, right? And I don't think they really... I feel like there's always going to be some kind of boundary between Rudy and Silent because of what happened in the past. Like, I can't imagine Rudy's going to be trying to romance her at all. Again, sorry, dogs, lots of dogs. I can't stop them. I can never stop them. It's just something we're going to have to live with. Okay, I really apologize for it. But as I was saying, no, everything that happened with them, I can't imagine Rudy making a move on Silent anytime soon. I think, Sylph's just reading into it a little bit too strongly. Give it back to me. Sounds like a job for Rudy, if I'm being honest. It's wild to think about the development that Rudy has gone through. Like, season 1, would I ever really think that I'd be rooting for him and Sylph for romance? Not really. Like, I feel like I was even maybe somewhat against it in season 1. I don't remember if I spoke my mind about it, but the fact that they could just be friends was interesting to me. Like, there didn't need to be any sort of romance. And once they started talking about it, like earlier this season, I was kind of skeptical. I didn't know if I really was down for that, because obviously he's had a bad thing with Eddie, so you don't want it to be like a rebound. You don't want it to feel kind of fake. You don't want Sylph to be like doing anything kind of questionable. But I think they're doing a good job with it. And Rudy as a character, like I said, his development has been really good, as in, like, he's a more mature person. He still does weird stuff sometimes. He still does some very immature, non-consensual, problematic stuff. And I'm not defending that. I'm just saying it's better than the stuff we saw last season. So I can't really dislike it more, I guess, is the most unproblematic way of saying it. Good job, Mark. You're not getting canceled today. A whole year, 16. Damn. Seriously? Seriously? I thought it's been like a month. A year. this is something that I go through like every few episodes when they do the time skip. I need to get used to it because I'm sure that that's just how the show is going to go. Like all of a sudden, Rudy's going to be like in his mid-20s by the middle of season 3. That might have hit a sore spot for Rudy. He's like, oh, you almost had me for a second, bro. Then you just let me right back down. You ever had ED? Impotence. Is he straight up asking it? Oh, okay. You know what? Gotta take what you can get. Ask where you can, I suppose. But honestly, you know, Body, however you pronounce his name, still don't know. I don't know. He's a weird balance of like kind of, you know, chill and relaxed on top of like really hardcore, really intense. They've struck a balance with him that kind of it piques my interest, but it also is quite intimidating. What is he, like one of the dudes that got beat up? But went down bodyguard. Oh, they saw what he could do. Yeah, they're like, okay, we don't even step on his toes. Even her? Not even a wave. If you were scared of somebody, if I saw someone like Rudy doing that, like to bodyguard, like show that power, I'm waving at him. If he waves at me, who would ignore? They're making a worse decision. I would get on my knees and shine his shoes, bro. If he didn't ask me to. You guys thought that was going somewhere else, didn't you? No. Naughty, don't do that. In the school. That's okay. I mean, what does that even mean? I mean, technically he did already beat her, didn't he? In like when he first got here. But it doesn't really seem like Fitz runs the school. I don't know what they're talking about. She's just kind of chilling. Like she doesn't bully people. She doesn't tell people what to do. Fitz is just hanging out. Oh, it's because he's trying to figure out something with Alina Lisa's curse, right? Maybe, you know, transferring it into an object. They could copy Laplace and maybe do that with Alina Lise. But what would happen if you transferred a curse into an object? Like, I guess whoever, like with the spears, whoever touches it or whoever owns that object gets the curse instead, I guess. But, I mean, that seems kind of mean to do to somebody else. No, I was saying this as adorable because of like Cliff and Rudy. I kind of figured they would be rivals, or at least like Cliff would still be keeping a distance. But ever since the Alina Lise stuff, like Bro's moved on from Roxy, or Bro's moved on from Eddie's, and you know, he's just friends now. I really respect it. I like that it went in a much healthier direction. Like, dude, not quite yet. To a child? Are we sure? Is that okay? I mean, hey, this world's rules. Why is Rudy stopping Zenob? Why? And letting Jules... Like I said, this world's rules, I guess. Like, straight up, she is chugging them back. I guess that's just... Like you said, that's dwarves. Feather. Ooh, so it worked. Summoned something. Oh, was it supposed to be the whole bird? That'd be kind of rough. You want to bring someone else here? Yeah, like I get it, but the fact that they're immediately like, no, we have to bring someone else here first. Yeah, I'll trust that she's playing it safe. It'd be pretty awkward if another teleportation incident. You know, we already have one. We're still dealing with the aftermath of. Please, no more. Oh. Good with range. Yeah, no, dwarves are supposed to be. at least they're not tough on her, right? They can at least realize she is a kid, even though she's chugging back beers on the daily, bro. Yeah. Oh, poor self. Being left in the dust again. Was that doll going to be Sylph, maybe? That'd be kind of cute if he made a doll of Sylph, and Sylph was able to see it. Oh. Him? At least he knows his place. That's damn right. Damn. They just gotta stand for that? That must have been like a translation thing, like a English translation. Straight up calling her a slut. Damn. Man is a douche. Yep. That's what happens when you come into power. Actual power stuff. Ew. Nice. Okay. Just a nice little friendly meeting. Okay. Didn't have to be anything, extra. Didn't have to be anything, dramatic. I like it. Just being able to see Soul again. That's cool. Seems like he's sort of progressing as well. Like, do I... what was I saying? What was I saying? No, he's progressing, like becoming a bit better, like, leading the clan. Obviously he's still drinking quite a bit, but I like to think that he's, stepping up his game ever since meeting Rudy. Rudy has that effect. He has such a positive effect on everyone. He seems to be in a good place. Oh, so. And Luke. What's going on? Yeah, but Sylph, like, she looks kind of upset. Maybe she's just not trying to act as much like a dude since they're not, like, around the school, not around people they know. It kind of seemed like she was carrying herself a little bit differently. I didn't see anything different, though. Didn't have to put it like that, but I get your meaning. Not even talking? That's weird. What? What's going on? It looked like he noticed something or remembered something. But what was it? Okay. Yeah, that was weird. I don't understand what just happened. He feels it emotionally. It's not just like, oh, my buddy just acted a bit cold towards me. That's all it is. No, this man is saying it's hurting from the inside. He knows something's up. I think you might be right. All we got is body. Man loves to talk. Oh, she's already here? Okay, now I'm even more suspicious. I guess, but like, she couldn't have waved? She could have said and just been done with it? Like, didn't have to be so damn cold. I'm still a little bit suspicious, though. Why wouldn't they have shown her? Oh, is that what it was? Oh, does she just straight up like dress up as Fitz? And that's how, because they're both girls, right? I guess like it's easier in anime. Girls look very similar, same face shape, right? So just throw on some shades, wig of white hair, or magic or something, and you're good. That makes sense. And it's kind of nice that Rudy just figures that out. He's just like, oh, Well, this is what Fitz is telling me, but that sounds just like bullshit. So I'm going to assume that this is actually the case. Bit of blushing going on there, maybe. It's like, why do I feel this way? Oh my god. He's straight up questioning, like, even once he finds out the truth, I think this is just gonna stick with him, man. He's like, man, I found who I thought was a dude attractive. I think I'm bi. And you know what? Props to Rudy. Oh, and now he's avoiding? Oh, and she's probably gonna be like, oh, he's, not into me. It's like, oh, he is so distraught about it that he's going to he just wants to double check mail. He's like, no. Didn't learn anything. It's like, man, being born into a new body comes with a lot of different perks. Oh, when she's right there. Said that so quietly. Oh, really awkward. That was... Huh? He's like, man, doesn't feel like a man's body. Oh no. And it went up. Oh no. But Sylph is going through it right now. This man is like the happiest he's been in years. Yeah. He's like, oh well, at least I know. I know the truth. Already went down. No! I was so close. Okay. It's like, cool. He figured it out. That's awesome, Rudy. We're proud of you. No, that is good. That is very good. That is a mental issue that Rudy's been going through for over a year now, at least. Maybe, well, probably 2 years. I don't know how long it's been quite since the whole Eddie's incident. It's been a long time. And for him to finally make progress, even when it's an issue like this, you gotta feel some kind of happiness for him. They put the inspirational music behind it. It just feels like, it feels very motivational that he was able to finally figure it out after everything. It is nice that they are making progress towards him learning the truth of Sylph. I imagine, like, now that Sylph knows that he knows that she's a girl, she's probably gonna have to speed up with it a little bit. Like, that kind of breaks the cover of the princess's security in a way, like, and maybe she'll have to report it to her, and maybe it'll be a big deal, maybe it'll be a huge deal. She's so unsure of how, like, Rudy feels about her at this point. As far as she knows, Rudy doesn't think of her anymore, isn't even worried about her. Damn, Rudy's actually kind of, like, mean, to be honest, not even mentioning Sylph, like, once every time they've talked about it. The fact that, like, she's so unsure sucks, but once they figure it out, I'm sure Rudy's going to realize his feelings for her, because, he certainly obviously has feelings for Fitz. And once he finds out it's Sylph, those are only going to, like, grow bigger, right? Because he did have feelings for Fitz, or for Sylph in the past, and tried to make a move. They were obviously kids, right? But, he did do that, kind of was into her. It's been so long that, like, obviously they kind of were distanced a bit, but I'm sure it's going to be just as strong as ever when they finally, like, reunite in the proper manner. And Sylph is obviously stressing over it. Like, she does not want to be disappointed by his reaction. And I get it. I do. Like, I've said that every episode. I get why she's not telling him. I'm not holding it against her. I 100% understand it. But it would just be nice to get it right out of the way. I'm sure it's either next episode or the episode after that, because they are getting closer, and it's going to be a little bit disappointing if they save it until Core 2. I'm going to be a little bit sad. Either way, like this episode, it was good. With that aspect of things, like I'm glad they kind of focused. It felt like the first half of the episode was a bit more like almost a recap sort of stuff. He was just talking about his like everything he's been through, like what place he's at now after all of this has occurred, and obviously meeting with Soul again, kind of catching up with him. I'm not sure what the point of that scene was, other than just us knowing that Soul is still like around, he's still okay, he's still buddies with Rudy. It didn't seem like they talked about anything all that important, so even that part, it felt like a little bit like recappy in a way. But once it started with the Sylph stuff and Rudy stuff, that's when it got like a bit more interesting, and it stayed that way. I'm glad that it's not like, oh, Sylph knows who Rudy is but he doesn't know who she is, so it's a very one-sided relationship. They're making it like it's a good romance, honestly. Like it's one of my favorite romances that I've kind of seen in the past few past few shows I've watched. Like a lot of it's kind of it's a bit different than the other anime. Well, no, I can't even say that. It is kind of cliche anime of like, oh, does he have feelings? Does she have feelings? Oh no, he doesn't feel that way. Oh no, she doesn't. Oh no, he's a dude. What do I do? You don't see that in every anime. To be fair, that is original, but it is still like they're making it in like cool. They're making it fun to watch, at least, like this dynamic between them. Anyway, I've talked about Rudy and Sylph like enough these past few episodes. Like that has been the main focus. I don't want to talk too much about them, but they are like, they were the focus of this episode. So that's kind of why I feel like I have to talk about them a lot. Other than that though, this episode, like what else kind of was there to talk? What else was there to talk about? Honestly, like I don't know. It was good. It was a good episode. It was I really enjoyed it, but there wasn't much action. We learned a little bit about the teleportation summoning circle stuff from Nanahoshi from Silent. It was cool, like to see that she's making progress. She has made summoning circles. They're just not summoning what she wants them to summon at this point. So making progress, they're getting there. That's an interesting plot point as well. The fact that they are like researching these things that haven't been created in a while, like they haven't been in use, and they're kind of starting directly from scratch, figuring it out. The fact that Nanahoshi is able to she was able to pick up kind of the pinpoints of all those summoning circles and like recreate them and kind of make her own spells with them is very impressive. Between her and Rudy, the people that came to this world from, our world, they're way too impressive. Bro, they're way too... Man, what the hell would I be doing if I got transported to another world? If I had like crazy magical powers like Rudy, I'd maybe be doing something cool. Probably not though. I'd probably just be living life. I'd just be like, hey man, I can create my own money or something and I'm just gonna live. I'm not fighting evil. I'm not fighting dragons. What, are you crazy? I'm just chilling on a beach somewhere. Anybody tries to mess with me, boom, gone across the ocean, like flying through the storm. Just, I wonder if that's like a pattern, like the ones that got pulled here, they're special in a way, or maybe she's just so damn intent on going home that she like is like that. Because she was, Rudy, I shouldn't talk trash about her. I was about to say that she's only like a high school student, but Rudy himself, like he wasn't much before coming to this world. He was like in maybe a worse off state, and see the stuff that he's accomplished. See what he is now, who he is now. This world changes people. For the better, apparently. Well, I don't know. Nanahoshi seems a bit more cold. She doesn't seem like she's really like enjoying this world. She doesn't want to become better. And better is like a subjective term, right? I kind of mean stronger, not better as a whole. Because I'm still not sure about her. At least she's helping Rudy. At least they're figuring that out. But whether I would trust her 100%, not quite on the table. She might prove herself still. But, at this point, I'm still holding back a bit. Anyway, though, like, I don't know what else to say. Like, the episode was kind of a bit shorter. Like I said, the stuff with, Rudy figuring out the ED, Sylph and his relationship, it's all satisfying. It's all great. It's all cool. Never thought I'd be saying that about ED in an anime, a fantasy isekai anime, but it is interesting. It is fun to figure out. So honestly, like, I think that's kind of it. I'm just going to end the video off there. I'm sorry that it's a bit short of an episode, but I don't know. I'm a bit on the clock right now, so I do kind of want to just get through it in a way, but genuinely, I don't know what else to say. I'm probably boring their guys' brains out talking about Sylph and Rudy constantly. So I think that's it. I think I'm going to end the video off there. If there's anything I missed and you want to ask me about, just let me know down in the comments and I'll obviously respond to you guys. Just other than that, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like down below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to stay updated on this series or my other series that I'm doing. I guess I'm close to the current end of this series. So, stay tuned for when Core 2 comes out. Sorry, it sounds like I'm done. I'm not quite done yet. 2 episodes left. Subscribe. Helps to support me. Just like, if you want to check out my Patreon, that's obviously highly appreciated. Gives you early access to the videos and all that good stuff. So that too. And that is it. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll talk to you all later. Peace.